We're back. Week 6, NFL instant reaction. I am one half of SNS Pigskin Picks. I'm Sandhu. He is Sheen, and we are joined by PF Paul Frazier, Steelers fan extraordinaire, and we are going to break down the reaction NFL Week 6, starting with the game in London, Jer. Your silver
baby,
pick,
my
Bears
silver pick.
35. Yeah, Bears 35, Jags 16. Give me your thoughts.
My silver picks are coming through better than my gold picks. But no, I'm liking this week. Seattle burned me hard, but a lot of other stuff came through for me, so it's not so bad.
Jags defense is terrible right now. They've actually let up the season high in yardage to every opponent they've played, which is pretty hard to do. So that was good on you to get your silver pick. And we're going to move on to Washington, Baltimore. This was a 30-23 Baltimore wins. Both teams are now 4-2. What are your thoughts on this one?
You know, I don't get my bronze because it went down to 6.5, but I should have got the push in my mind. The books were all over that. They knew exactly.
It did go up to 7 at game time. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So give me the 7. Give me the push.
Unfortunately, we taped the show on Wednesday, so yeah, unfortunately, that's a tough loss. But I thought it was, I thought Baltimore played some good defense, and they held them to a lot of field goals, and then Washington scraped back at the end. But Daniels, he continues to impress, and I think Baltimore faces your favorite team, Carolina, next week. Any chance you'll be teasing Washington down in that game? I think there is. So let's move on.
There's big chance. Yeah, definitely.
Eagles squeak by.
Carolina looked a little bit better this week, but Carolina looked a little bit better this week, but not really.
No, they always fumble it.
Can you get close?
He got him. Yeah, he did. So Eagles win 20-16. They squeak by. I get my bronze medal pick correct here. Not a very pretty game to watch. What were your thoughts, Jer?
It's just my worst nightmare. My Eagles, they're just underperforming. We get our big guys back, and it just seems like we can't get it together. I know we're minus Kelsey and we're down a few guys, but this has got to change. I know we're 3-2, but we shouldn't be.
Coming off a bye too. Sirianni shaved his head, the head coach, and he was like fighting with some of the fans. Like they were heckling him, and he's like going back at him. I'm like, this guy's on thin ice, but they got the dub, and we move on to Green Bay beating Arizona 34-13. Green Bay's 4-2. Every team in the NFC North is now 4-win team, which is pretty impressive. What were your thoughts on this game, Jared?
Kyler Murray is just underperforming again. Obviously, Marvin Harrison went out with a concussion. There was a lot of concussions in the games today. It's that being said, Green Bay's offense looks pretty good. They held Arizona in check on the defensive side, so really ran up and down the field on both sides of the ball. So
I don't think Connor got over 40 yards rushing either.
Have a decent defense. Even having crappy players, Green Bay's been known to have a decent defense.
Yeah,
I give credit to the coaching staff.
Yeah, and Arizona only got 40 yards rushing, which was not really going to do you much help, especially on the road. So Green Bay dominates pretty much that game, and another 4-win team in the NFC North. We move along to Indy, last-second victory, beating Tennessee 20-17. Team Flacco and Team Mayo is 1-4. It was a divisional game. What were your thoughts, Jer?
Oh man, I feel so sorry for Tennessee. Seemed like they had the defensive pieces, seemed like they had the offensive pieces at the end of the last season. Will the Thrill, he was slinging it, but it just, I don't know if he's hurt and nobody knows.
What was
but
that
just
throw to
seemed like
Hopkins? He
right?
threw like a lollipop throw up to Hopkins, and then the guy picked it off. Like he probably could have like texted someone before he caught it. Like, but
They got some.
it's just some like just ill-timed plays, and Tennessee's competitive in every game. It's just they kind of Carolina Panther it. You know what I mean? They fumble the ball. So tough loss for Tennessee. Indy, another gritty victory with your guy Flacco. And we move on. We move on to a rookie making his debut, Drake May, third pick overall. Houston has their way 41-21. Houston's 5-1. The lowly Pats are now 1-5. What were your thoughts, Jer?
Man, I had Houston money line here before the game started, and I cashed my bet out. I don't really regret it. It wasn't much of a return. Right. But, Houston looked great throughout the whole game. Looked like New England might make it interesting there a little bit way through, but it was all for naught. At the end of the day, New England is what they thought we'd be. 1-5. Like we're going to be the worst team in the league.
I mean, I was surprised they scored 21 points. That impressed me. So, I mean, if they can score 21 points in the future, I can see them covering a few spreads. But
now that's Houston, a definite burn.
But I mean, Houston got Joe Mixon back, which helped, and their defense. They got some turnovers. May's still pretty raw, so I think Houston has a big matchup next week. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to move along to Tampa Bay. Puts up a 50-burger, 51. New Orleans 27. Jer's gold pick comes through. My silver pick, unfortunately, does not. What were your thoughts on this?
It was New Orleans keep it interesting right till the fourth quarter, I believe, and then Tampa Bay just opened up a can of whoop ass. The 3 picks from Baker were surprise for me, especially if you're winning a game 51-27. But he's got to sharpen up there. The defense does look good.
Yeah.
Same defense that shut down Jaden Daniels, the same defense that shut down Jalen Hurts.
They caused a lot of turnovers.
Really great on the defensive side of the ball. Great offense. Like, I don't think. Man, I love them to win the NFC South for sure.
Over your Falcons.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. But what was I going to say again? New Orleans only scored in one quarter. They scored all their points in the second quarter.
7 in the second. That's right. Crazy.
They were cut out the rest of the 3 quarters
off.
Wait a minute.
To win that game.
New Orleans got 27 points in one quarter.
Yes. And that was it.
That's got to be some kind of record.
Oh,
that's pretty hard to do. That's really hard to do. Is to score 27 in one quarter and get cut out.
And just one quarter, you get 27 points, and then everything else is a goose egg.
It's a donut, Paul, but it's the NFL nowadays. But I kind of liked what I saw from Rattler. He had his moments. He can rush a little bit. Yeah. So 4 straight losses, I believe now, for the Saints after everyone said they were like the greatest offense in the world.
World beaters.
Yeah, what happened to that? NFL, not for long, right, Paul? That's correct. Okay, so let's move along to
the no fun league.
West. It was AFC West slugfest. Probably not as close as the score says, but Chargers won 23-16. What were your thoughts, Jer? Actually, that was my gold medal pick as well.
At the end of the game there, I took a live bet on this game. I took Denver when they were down 13-23. Plus the 10.5, and then they kicked the beautiful field goal, which I did not need, but it was a nice. It was a nice comeback 2-leg parlay, including Steelers minus 16.5 right before they scored their last touchdown to salvage the day for me. I'm down for the first time in weeks, but just minimal $15. So yeah, I'm gonna make it count next week.
Any thoughts on the game?
The Chargers coming off the bye looked great. Defense shut them down for most of the game. Patrick Surtain left with a concussion, so that's not going to help. But the defense did stand, and some 23 points. Denver's been keeping low point totals, so I can appreciate that. But Bo Nix ran into a pretty good defense, and I think he'll continue to get better. But in this divisional clash here, looks like the Chargers might have a chance to possibly, if they can beat Kansas City twice, maybe even win that division. Who knows?
It's still up in the air. I mean, KC still hasn't lost yet, so. But let's move along to a NFC South contest. It was one-sided. It was ATL 38. It was your Panthers 20. Atlanta now is tied for division lead, I believe, with Baker and the boys, and Carolina is 1-5. What were your thoughts?
Atlanta just is. I know there's 38 points on the board. They're just so underwhelming. I just can't put my finger on it. I know Mooney gets his chunk plays and Bijan's a little bit better, but it just seems like they should be so much better. They're just a counterfeited 4-2 in my opinion. Carolina keeps thinking it up.
Defense is horrible. It's almost unbettable unless you get double digits. But
it's them in New England competing for the Shador sweepstakes.
Travis Hunter probably, But let's move along to Pittsburgh 32, Vegas 13. Steelers are 4-2. Vegas is 2-4. Give me your thoughts, Paul.
Harrison Fields. Damn.
Yeah, Najee. Yeah, and Justin.
The steel curtain.
Oh, you like that defense? How many times did TJ Watt punch the ball out? Like, that guy's a freak.
Even the games they lost, and I hated every one of those. It was still Steelers football. Same as it. This was another one of those ones. Las Vegas, the Raiders, double
the crowd
and third quarter.
That's Pittsburgh's second home. You see the crowd there? It was all yellow towels.
Steeler Nation. Where are we?
You called it. Yeah, you called it, Paul.
Just like Canucks Nation, where are we? Everywhere. Deal with it, people. Thank you. Yes. What a game.
Yeah.
Steel curtain. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Doing what they normally do. Some of the plays, the running plays when Field did, beauty. Harris, great.
Yeah.
Those passing plays when they need it. They come in the Steelers football. That's what I like to see.
What were your thoughts, Jer?
It was a good game. Las Vegas just continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Seems like they beat the teams they shouldn't beat, and they lose to the teams that they should do okay. So, I believe that they're going to be.
Yeah,
they'd be in the sweepstakes.
Yeah, you don't know what to expect with this team. They have a lot of turmoil going on too with Devontae, new quarterback, this, that. Defense. I mean, it's decent, but the offense is lacking. So this game, it's not final while we're recording, but let's just say Detroit wins this one. I think they did they put up a 50 burger? I think they were beating them by 40. This was probably the beatdown of the year I don't know what to say. It was one-sided. I was thinking about laying the points with Detroit, and I didn't. And probably wasn't the best idea. But what were your thoughts on the game?
Well, Detroit's defense just came up huge this week. Like Seattle made them look like Swiss cheese, and then the offense is still full steam ahead. Like nothing's changed. Like they're just walking over everybody. I can't wait to see them go up against the top 5 defense.
I'm really impressed with them. I'm really impressed with them on the road. Like on the road, like they went into Arizona when Arizona looked pretty good, and then they beat them, and then now they've come into Dallas.
20 in Arizona, was that right?
Yeah, they were
overwhelming for many weeks, and then that Seattle game. Oh my God! Just seems like the loss of Aiden Hutchinson though is going to be felt.
Oh man, that was ugly. That was ugly.
The defense, they're going to continue to get scored on, but who cares if your offense is putting up 40+ points a game?
Oh, wow. You got that 1-2 rushing attack. It's crazy, right? So, yep. So that's pretty much it. We went 4-2 here on SNS Pigskin Picks, and Paul went 1-0 on his Homer Steelers pick. So, congratulations, Paul.
Yeah.
Way to go. And
the only thing that should be missing right now is the song Celebration playing in the background. But,
well, there's a YouTube copyright. Yeah.
Thanks, Jared. Needed
that works. That works. So yeah, we're gonna do a recap for the Bengalis and Giants. Not the best game on paper, but we're still going to be here for the people to do our instant reaction. And this was your Week 6 NFL instant reaction. Any final thoughts, guys?
Let the whole state of Pennsylvania rejoice in our victorious ways and keep on this uphill battle of a dream of a Pittsburgh, Philadelphia Super Bowl. People, let's do it. Let's get her done.
Love it. Love it. All right, boys. That was fun. And we're going to log out and see everyone the next time on SNS Pigskin Picks.
Peace.
Later.
Take care. Peace out. Flip side.
That was it. And